Hey guys, this is Hex, and in today's video for Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Limited, I thought I would give some quick tips. No doubt you've been playing now for at least a couple of months if you've just gotten this game, and you've pretty much have got the basics down pat. But there are a few things that are very easy to overlook when you first start out, and so I thought I would give you some quick tips on to solve that little issue. First things first is Skyshards, and they're scattered all throughout the Tamriel, as you very well know by now, and you also know that for every 3 Skyshards you get a skill point. Now there's an easier way to find these Skyshards, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you go into your options button, and you go down to where it's your journal is at, and you go right down to where it's achievements. If you Oh well, I just got attacked right off the bat. Well, let me kill this thing for a minute. Let's do this again. Okay, we go into journal, we go into achievements, and what you want to do next is go into character. Now, when you first go into this, go into your character, you'll see like general achievements you can do. Like, for example, I'm a veteran rank, so I'm level 50 hero, and because of this, I got a master gold die, which you can use to dye your equipment. Next one is loot 1,000 treasure chests, which I am nowhere near to completing, so I really need to get cracking on that. But if you scroll on down further, you'll see specific ones for your guild and for the champion system. And so you go on further down until you see Skyshards. Now, fortunately, these aren't divided up into your Ebonheart Pact or your Daggerfall Covenant and so on. So what you're going to have to do is just find specific areas that you've explored. Now one of these areas for me was the Bal Foyen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Area, which, as you can see, I've already checked these off, and which means I've already found them. Now they won't give you like very specific locations where to find them, but they'll just give like this little general area. So example, there's one that says about to set sail, which I know from experience from playing this particular area. Let me expand it out a little bit. If I go into well, if it'll let me do it, if I go into the Bal Foyen area, there's the docks, and where it says to sail, talking about sailing, I know specifically this is the area that I should be looking in. Now, where the one that I just did, let me go back in here. I'm in Stonefalls now, so let me see if I can find it. Okay, right here is the Stonefall Skyshard Hunter. I'm going to see if I can find this particular one. Okay, here it is, on a hillside behind a plantation. Now, as you recall in the game, you may have found a plantation with some strange stuff going on. In case you haven't done it yet, I don't want to completely spoil it for you, but as far as I know, it's the only plantation, I believe, in Stonefalls. It could be wrong, but I'm thinking that that's the only one. It's onto the west side of Stonefalls. It just so happens right now I'm in the plantation, and I guess I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. The actual stone shard, which I've already gotten, is right here, because it says it's on a hill, and it just so happens right here I'm on a little bit of a hill from the plantation, and I've already collected it. So like I said, that's just an easier way to find it. It won't give you hugely specific area to look in, but it'll give you at least a good starting point to try to find what you're looking for. Now, another thing you might have missed is the Undaunted. Now, in case you don't know who the Undaunted are, they're basically a group of adventurers that just run around just doing adventures. It's as simple as that. Like to explore, you know, face danger. Pretty much what you're all about. Now, the reason that you want to go visit them is they'll give you a new ability set. Now, if you go into your skills, now if you've joined the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild, or maybe even both, you can do more than one. You can be in more than one guild. If you go to the Undaunted and talk to them and get a quest, you'll get this set right here, which gives you a new set of abilities that you can choose from. So it gives you, so basically it's more of a broader variety that you can, you know, make your character the way you want to make it. Now, I'm not for sure where they're at in the Daggerfall Covenant and the Aldermary Dominion. I'll get out here in a minute. But excuse me. But they're usually located in a tavern. And so here, for example, in Devon's Watch, you'll see that they're located in the Fish Stink Tavern at this table. Now what you need to do is you got to make sure you talk to everybody at this table. Sometimes you may have to talk to them twice just to make sure that you listened to everything they had to say. And eventually they're going to give you a mission to go to Fungal Grotto, which on the Stonefalls map is to the west. So you can see it right here. I don't think as I recall, you don't specifically have to complete the dungeon. You just have to go to find it and maybe even go into it just a little bit. And not only will you unlock the Fungal Grotto area, but you'll get the skills. But you'll get the skill set as well. But like I said before, much like the Skyshards, you know, and finding them through your journal, this is another thing that's just very, very easy to overlook. And lastly, this is for those who have gotten the Orsinium DLC. If you had bought it, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how do I even get to Orsinium? Well, one of the first things you need to be, one of the first places you need to be at is actually the city that you came to right after you escaped Cold Harbor at the beginning of the game. And it doesn't matter what faction you're in. This goes for all the factions. What you want to do first, and in the case of me, I'm in Devon's Watch. What you want to do first is you want to go to the try to find a courier, and they won't come to you like they do in Skyrim. You know, you're not going to be in the middle of the woods and they'll be like, hey, here's a letter for you. No, you actually have to actively seek them out. And once they do see it, then they run up to you. And what they'll do is they'll present you with a letter, and it'll be in your quest items, and you'll see the invitation to Orsinium. Now once actually you get this invitation, you want to then go and try to find the ambassador, which will be on your radar with a black arrow.
Hello there.
So in the case of Devon's Watch, she'll be located right here. And when you find the ambassador, just present the letter to her, and what she'll then do is tell you about this caravan in Wrothgar. Now really technically what you're really doing is heading to Wrothgar. Orsinium is the city and Wrothgar is the land where it's at. A lot of people I know got confused about that, but I will show you on the grand scheme of things on the map. Yeah, right here is Wrothgar, and Orsinium will be in this area. Now you present the letter to her, and she'll ask you, well, are you ready to travel to Wrothgar? And you go yes, and then you can go. Now Now, if you ever decide to come back to Devon's Watch or any area, you don't have to go and seek out the ambassador every time. I mean, you can if you just happen to be, like, let's say, close to the bank over here. You can either talk to her about going again, or, you know, just go into the cart. Now, or, you know, if you've discovered wayshrines in Orsinium, you can just simply, you know, travel from wayshrine to wayshrine. That way you don't even have to go to the ambassador every time. But that's basically all I wanted to show you for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as before, just try to leave some comments, you know, good or bad. I'm always all about the comments. You know, always like, you know, a good critique. So I guess I will talk to you guys soon, and take care.